Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. This show, this show is, this show could be very entertaining at times. Between some of the level of stupidity, some of the questionable, um, cringeworthy acting, um, and of course, my favorite plot over common sense and logic. All plays a factor into my enjoyment of this show. And in a lot of ways, I really do wish that YNR would have that same effect on me. And, again, one day I do want to get back to watching all four of them. Um, or come up with some sort of way I can sit there and review all four of them. Um, let's talk about Lee and Sheila for a minute. I, I don't know what the hell Lee is actually doing at this point. I get that she's trying to survive a sociopath, okay? Maniac. So she convinces Sheila to answer the phone because Rich calls again, and she convinces, like, yo, listen, if I don't answer the phone, it's gonna seem very sus. Okay, he's gonna start to get suspicious about why I'm just constantly ignoring his calls. And hell, he may actually want to come over here. She didn't say that, but she was like, all right, fine. I'll put it on speaker. I want to hear everything that you guys say. At this point, this is after Ben wakes up for a little bit, asks about Steffi, and then goes back to sleep. Um, so she answers the phone. Richard's like, hey, just let you know, Sheila's on the loose. Did you get my message? And she's like, yeah, we're really busy. I know she's crazy, whatever. If I find something, I'll let you know. And she hangs up the phone. At this point, Sheila's all like, I didn't kill my son. I have a second chance to be a mother again. I'm just like, this delusional ass. And I'm also sitting there thinking, Lee, this woman has clearly lost all touch of reality. Okay? Plot your next move very, very, very carefully. Now, Lee's like, listen, I gotta get him medicine. If I don't get him medicine, he ain't gonna make it. She managed to convince her. Because at this point, she was like, I'll go. Cool, you don't have access. What are you going to get? Okay, so yeah, so now it falls back to me again. So she convinces Sheila to let her go and get medicine. She was like, I'm trusting you. But over common sense. Sheila gets out the door, right? Now, at this point, I'm like, you need to keep going. A normal person would have kept going, okay? A normal person with a relatively somewhat decent average IQ. Keep moving. Keep those little legs. Plot versus logic and common sense. Guess which one won? Lee gets out the first door. Now she is minutes from catching that second door and getting out there. This idiot decides to call the cops. Now, of course, Sheila say, I trust you. Trust but verify. So Sheila sticks her little head out and she hears Lee calling the cops. So now, because, I guess, she called 911, but she couldn't get through right away. He starts trying to talk to him. She sees Sheila. She drops the phone. At this point, she's all scared. So scared. And I'm just like, stupid idiot. You dumb it. So yeah, out of the three of those, plot, logic, common sense, I think we all know which one took the win. Okay? So that happens. Hope, I'm not feeling it. Okay? Not feeling her sanctimonious crap, not feeling her whole, oh, I gotta sit there and talk to Eric and, I believe in marriage and blah, 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 blah. Shut your dumb ass up. Okay? Now she's not there discussing with Liam about, Eric's affair with Donna. She's like, well, Donna told me not to sit there and say anything to anyone. And you told Liam. I get it, that's her husband and everything like that, but, she's all like, oh, what should I do? Keep your goddamn mouth shut because it was none of your damn business in the first place. So what else that they're discussing somebody else's marriage, somebody else's relationship? Ridge comes over. Ridge is all like, Sheila escaped. And, yeah, Sheila escaped. And that's when they call Lee. And, well, at this point, we already know what Lee decides to do. By the expression on my face. So, Quinn and Carter. And this is where we get to the point of the somewhat cringeworthy, cheesy acting that I'm just like, it's amazing. Some of these people actually won awards. I just gotta sit there and wonder, are these just like participation awards or like. So anyway, Carter gives his best performance. Okay, look at my face. Carter gives his best performance. I gotta sit there and get you out of my head and da 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 da. And Quinn's like, no, don't do it. Don't be with a woman that you don't love. I need to be happy. I need a future. I need something. I need a better acting coach. I don't know. You need something, bro. You do need something. And there's one thing that I can sit there and agree with. You need something. He talks about how he loves her and this, that, and third, and I mean, damn, the way he sits and talk about this woman, I'm just like, I'm not saying that Quinn does not have her charms, personality wise. It's not the wonder. I was like, bro, is this like love or lust with her? Carter is so like very, flip flop. Like, at one point, you really thought that he actually really wanted to be with Paris. And now it's like being with Paris is like, well, I want to starve, so I guess I gotta eat cruel. I mean, has a lot of stuff that men want, he says, so it's like, so she's cruel with sprinkles? Cruel with sprinkles. Alright, we're getting somewhere now, bro. So he's in his office. Granted, he has the ring, and of course, he's just like, no, don't go anywhere with that ring, don't do it, blah, 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 blah. He's in his office, he's sitting there thinking about what Quinn says. Paris comes in there. Paris is like, I got your text, what do you want? I mean, she has some cringe-worthy stuff too. I don't know why Carter's performance just overshadows that. He's all like, you just gotta grab a. I'm trying to do this with a straight face and it's hard as hell. But he's all like, we gotta. 1 second, I gotta get this out. I can't repeat what he says. I can't do it. I can't do it with a straight face. I really. So he starts talking about a future and he gotta grab the. It's very. I don't know how he does it. I think in my mind, I think in his mind, he actually thinks he's doing a great job. Anyway, he's all like, okay, I got the laughs out of me. No, I didn't. Anyway, he talks about grabbing the future, and it's right there. And we just got to sit there and reach for it. And she's all like, "What are you talking about? I mean, up until today, I didn't think that we had a future." And I'm just like, I'm like, if nothing else, this performance is just amazing. I mean, bad, but it's entertaining. Um, so after he talks about that, he and in this really bad way. I mean, when you really think about this proposal, I was like, bro, this is terrible. I mean, she might be too slow to notice it, but your proposal is just coming across as a consolation prize. Okay, that's the vibe that I got. And he does his whole, well, I want to be happy. Or what did he say? Something about him needing something, either needing to be happy or needing something. But when you're sitting there giving a proposal, or whatever, and you start to talk about, I need this, I need that. Needing and wanting something is two different things. Okay, needing and wanting is two different things. And I'll put in a comparison to this. I don't know exactly how I can compare these two or how comparisons they are. Loving someone and being in love with someone is two different things. And they sound the same to the untrained eye, but if you've experienced both of them, then I don't need to go any further. Holds up the ring, and I guess he's gonna. Well, he does his whole, "Please tell me you'll be my wife" or something like that, and I'm just like, bro, I never claimed to be the most romantic person on the planet, but that was ass. That was your proposal. Okay. That sucked. That was ass. Talk about Eric and Quent. By the way, pickleball. So I actually watched a little bit of it yesterday because I was like, all right. I watched it and it was like, this this seems kind of familiar. This could be wrong. Okay, I'm not huge in sports. Kind of seems like tennis. So I literally Googled what's the difference between tennis and pickleball, and I'm just like, and even watching, and granted, I didn't see a lot of matches, but my impression of pickleball seems like it's a less aggressive version of tennis. Okay, and I played them. Well, I played tennis before, and watching them play pickleball, I was like, even I think one of the things is like it's an overhand or whatever, and I was just like, okay. If I had to choose between the two, I'm gonna pick tennis every single time. Um, anyway, Eric and Quinn are talking, and Quinn is pretty much just like, listen, I get it. We got a lot of problems on marriage, and I kind of wish at this point we would have kind of got past those problems. And I'm just like, my imagination. I'm just gonna throw this one out there, but anyone try? I don't know, couples therapy. Just thought, just try some couples therapy. No, we're just gonna just work it out. Just okay. She's talking about it. She's like, listen, I believe that we could sit there and fight for our marriage and stuff like that. And at one point, she says, and this is where Eric really just. So Quinn at first is like, listen, I'm sorry to be bringing this on you and stuff like that. And Eric says, okay, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Oh, Quinn, it's nothing. It's nothing to apologize. I get it. This is your marriage. When he said that, I was like, see, whenever I see people, okay, whenever I see men saying certain things that are just like, bro, you do realize when you're on TV and you say something that's really out there, that some people kind of look at that and be like, see, it's just no good men on this damn planet. I tell you, there's no good men on this planet. And it's just like, no, no, we don't claim him. We don't know. We don't co-sign to whatever he got going on. We ain't part of that. All right. So when he said this is your marriage, I was like, bro. I mean, granted, he could sit there and say, well, it was a senior moment. But come on, bro. This is your marriage. This is your marriage. And granted, earlier he was sitting there thinking about what Hope was saying. And as much as I don't like the way that Hope was sitting there coming at Eric and being all sanctimonious and blah, 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 blah. Listen, I don't give a damn. It's not her business. Okay? But one of the things that she did sit there and say was, it's not fair to either of them. And it's not. It's not. Quinn is not, I'm not a huge fan of Quinn. Mostly for the simple fact that she got Donna fired. And I'm like, your husband took part of that hug that got him a boner. I'm sitting there thinking, sweetheart, you do realize you're in LA, right? Like, I mean, this man could just sit there and walk the block and, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it ain't that hard. I'm just being honest. You gonna fire everyone else too? Like, I didn't like it for a couple of reasons, and I just like you do realize there are movements for situations just like that. Now, of course, I could sit there and lighten the mood and say something as far as, well, Eric did sit there and give Donna a good going away package or something along those lines. Okay, it's really terrible joke, but we all get what I'm saying. But she's right. Quinn doesn't deserve that. Now, I'm all about fair play, but this woman is literally sitting there thinking that you are being the most honest man on the planet, and she's feeling hella guilty for what she did. And, well, she kind of shouldn't. On the exchange of you're going out and doing her dirty too, and yeah, I'm probably going to have this whole big wedding thing, and Quinn's going to probably, I'm just theorizing, Quinn's going to sit there and stop it at the last minute, like, no, I want to be with you. You don't really want to be with her. I'm just throwing it out there. No, actually, to tell you the truth, a nice severance package. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. I mean, that still sounds. I mean, it still sounds kind of gross when you really think about it, but I mean, like, not to sit there and say he didn't have a problem. He felt genuinely bad for what he was doing, and to be honest, well, he really shouldn't have did that. But it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, she's sitting there probably living pretty or whatever. Not like he's. I mean, is she really hurting for money between the fact that both of her sisters are probably rich, so it's not like she has to worry about money or whatever? I feel like that's pretty. Let me just double check my notes. Yeah, I feel like that's about it. Really do. I feel like that's about it. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. That's really crazy. I love GH like there's no tomorrow. And GH wasn't super great. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like super great. Alright? Days was actually a lot better. If I had to sit there and rank the soap operas, just my personal whole thing, it would be GH, Days, B&B, and Y&R. And somehow, I feel like I kind of enjoyed B&B the most, even between the cringeworthy acting and just all the stupidity that happened in this episode. I think that's what actually made it fun to watch. It made it so fun to watch, and it made it so fun to review. Um, anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section below. See you in the next video.